Looks like we might be live. Cool. What's up, everybody? I'm going to give everyone a second to hop on. Make sure we get some people in. I got some questions for you guys. One, are you guys drinking your water? I'm just kidding. That's not the question, but you should definitely be drinking your water. Water is super good for you. Hey, we got some people showing up already. Cool. So I'll jump into the question of today soon. Today is November 30th, which means it is the last day of Diabetes Awareness Month. National Diabetes Awareness Month, honestly, it's one of the coolest things ever because everyone and their mother is talking about diabetes. And it's like the cool thing to talk about, right? Every day, flooding my Instagram feed, I'm seeing everything related to diabetes. I'm seeing new tips and tricks. We see the Thanksgiving posts of like what foods are bolus worthy, how everybody's blood sugars went. Of course, everyone posts about their blood sugars. How could you not? It's one of the most impactful blood sugar days we have all year because it's literally a feast. And that's like, I mean, you guys get it. But I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. Great time with family and friends. Went and hung out with my wife's family, so the in-laws, and played a little football, went for a walk after the meal. I actually, my Dexcom had to get not restarted, but I had to put a new Dexcom on like the second I injected for my meal. I was like, oh boy, here we go. And ended up going on a walk with the family, played some football, came back after the 2 hours were up for my Dexcom, and magically, I knew in my head I was just going to be okay with whatever number came up. I was like, you know what? I'm here to enjoy the day. I know I gave insulin. I did my best to count the carbs, and I'm going to be okay with whatever pops up. And when my Dexcom came back to life 2 hours later, I was at 104. I was like, oh my goodness, this is insane. I wanted to scream at the top of my lungs. I was so excited. I told my wife, I was like, I have to go outside real quick so I can yell and share this with everybody and how insanely happy I am that I had perfect blood sugars while riding blind because I didn't have Dexcom active on Thanksgiving Day. Like, what? And I ate a ton, guys. I ate a lot of food. A plate full, mounds of food. And boy, it was good. So I hope you guys had an amazing, amazing Thanksgiving. Omar says, I'm telling you, a sorcerer. I'm telling you, it was some skill. I think there was a lot of luck mixed in with that one. Like, I'm good at managing blood sugars, but without Dexcom and just going for a walk and playing football and Thanksgiving, like, that was a magical day. I am so grateful for that amazing blood sugar run. So yeah, just wanted to share that quick story. But now we got some people live. I want to ask you guys a question. And I found some interesting answers when asking this question before, but I want to pose this question to you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. What makes someone a great diabetic? And I say that with air quotes. What makes a great diabetic? So let me know what you guys think. I'll let you know what I think, what I've heard. Omar says, I literally just said out loud to my coworker, geez, brag about it. I know, right? It was magical. I cannot take credit for all of it. That was insane. But let me know in the comments, guys, what you think makes a great diabetic. What does it mean to be a great diabetic? What goes into that? Let me know. I want to read off your comments and see kind of where everyone's at. What you think personally, not what your doctor thinks, what you think goes into being a great diabetic. So I'm going to wait a second, get some more water, let you guys answer that. And for anybody watching the replays, we're doing live questions right now. That's why you might see me take a little break to let people comment. But what makes a great diabetic? And if you're watching the replay, you can still add comments or answer out loud. Just, you know, you look like a crazy person talking to yourself, but that's okay. We're all a little bit crazy. We see discipline. That's a good one from Lorita. Very cool. What else we got? What makes a person a great diabetic in your eyes? I think this water bottle is leaking. Education from Kalia for Sith. Good. Discipline, education. There's no wrong answers, by the way. I just want to know what you guys are thinking, okay? I'll wait a minute more, and let's see what you guys come up with for what makes a person a great diabetic, okay? And while you are entering your responses, I'm going to tell you guys kind of what we're expected to see, right, from our doctors. Our doctors might tell us a great diabetic is one who pricks their fingers after every meal, before every meal, checks their blood sugars, right? For me, for a while, that was a struggle. I hated testing my blood sugars. I thought it was stupid. I thought that if I took my insulin, that I was being good enough. And for a while, guys, for a couple of years, I didn't really know where my glucometer was. My blood sugar tester, I did not test often enough to know where it was. Got a couple more responses here. Someone says, not me. Okay, sorry to hear that. Someone else says, experience. Someone says, my non-diabetic coworker says, someone who is disciplined and is willing to take their health seriously, and someone who is not able to make excuses for themselves. Wow, that's a good response for someone who's not even living with diabetes. Tani Yakuri says, acceptance and being happy with it. You know what? These are some good responses, guys. I'm loving this. So essentially, like I said, there's a lot of different viewpoints, right? There's a lot of different tools of measurement. Some would say it's testing your blood sugar. Some would say it's keeping your A1C controlled. Some would say it's time and range, right? Being the determining factor of, are you in control of your diabetes? Some would say it's specific diets, maybe. If it's, oh, you have to be low carb, or you have to be vegan, or you have to do these exact steps to be the great diabetic and fit that mold, right? And ultimately, those are good tools for measurement, and they are good, they're good variables to watch, right? If you have a lower A1C, that's a good sign. More time in range, good sign. If you're testing your blood sugars, that's a great step. But in my opinion, and this is my opinion, right? But in my opinion, it's one who never gives up. And for a lot of us, we've been in places before where we might have been close to giving up, where we might have felt like giving up. And we can see what else we got. We got knowledge popping in from Adam. Awesome knowledge. Ben says, someone who's actively working to maintain and control their diabetes. We have some amazing responses here. You guys are awesome. Exactly, right? You guys get it. And like I said, in my opinion, it's not the right answer. It's my opinion that it's someone who never gives up. Because if you never give up, you will continually try every day. You're not going to give up on taking your insulin. You're going to get back on that horse. You're going to test your blood sugars. You're going to do what it takes to get that result, right? Now, I want to tell you guys a little bit of story. Larita says, not giving up was my next one. Awesome. Like I said, it's not the right answer. That's my opinion, okay? I'll tell you guys a story that a few years ago, I was in a bit of a rough place. Super rough, actually. I'll be honest with you guys. I got to a place with my diabetes management where I discovered the mental battles were very real. Something I didn't really discover before. I told you guys I didn't really test my blood sugars, so I never saw the direct effects of food and exercise. I would go low and go high, and it was frustrating, sure, but I was blissfully ignorant. But a few years ago, I got to a place where I was very aware and almost too aware. I became obsessed, and through that period of time, dealt with depression, dealt with anxiety, things that I had never even considered were possible for me before. I had never suffered a panic attack in my life until that moment. And boy, that was not a fun experience. I mean, it's almost stressful just thinking about those periods of time that I went through. And it wasn't just depression or just anxiety. It was a combo of a lot of different aspects of mental health struggles. And it brought me to a place where I wanted to give up, right? I was suffering from what we call burnout. Some of you may have heard that term before, where I did not want anything to do with diabetes, but then I got to a place in life where I didn't want anything to do with life. It's like, if this is what life is for me, what's the point? And the blood sugar fluctuations, the swings were so massive. It was so uncontrolled. I felt like there were no patterns. I felt like I couldn't win. All I wanted was just normal stability. I wanted to live a normal life and be done with this disease, right? I wanted to just have an average day. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be nice if we could just have normal blood sugars and have a normal job and come home and watch Netflix and not have to worry about blood sugars? I was so fed up. And looking back on that time, there was one big key component that I know would have helped me. And I know now, looking back with my knowledge of human psychology, my knowledge of myself and how we function as humans, there's one key piece of the puzzle that I was missing. And it was so simple, yet I had no idea that I was missing it. I thought I was trying, I thought I was doing all the right things, but that key component was other people going through the same thing that I was, or people that have gone through it and come out the other side. You see, I didn't have the support of the diabetic community because I wasn't aware of how deep that support goes. And of course, we have support here: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, social media. It's amazing, guys. Do not take this for granted, but it does not have to end there. There's so much more out there. And of course, during that period of time, I had my family, right? I had my close friends, I had my wife, I had amazing support. But it was still a struggle for me because while they were there to support me, I felt like they didn't fully understand what I was going through, right? Like, sure, they're loving on me and they're doing what they can to help me. They're being supportive and they're helping me find new resources. But they couldn't come to me and say, Matt, I get it because I've been there. They couldn't say, Matt, I understand the fluctuations in blood sugars with the mental health struggles because I've been there. They haven't had that combo before. They may have experienced the mental health side, but they didn't understand quite the diabetes side, right? And that was something that would have helped me a lot. I know it would have, because now I have it. And now I know the power behind it. The power of being able to go to a group and say, hey guys, I've had these really messed up blood sugars for days. I can't figure it out. And to have somebody else go, I had that too. What? Someone else knows what I'm going through? Someone else understands me and my struggles? That's powerful, guys. That is massive, to have someone who understands you and is there for support. Someone to tell you it's going to be okay. Someone to tell you that here's the strategies that I used to better that situation and climb out the other side successful. And what's even cooler, guys, is when you have successes, when you can jump into a Facebook group or an email list and say, hey guys, I've been in range for 90% this entire week. Whoa! You tell that to anyone else who doesn't have type 1 diabetes, they're going to go, what's the big deal? What is time in range? What does that percentage even mean, right? I don't understand these terms. I mean, good for you, I guess, right? But you say that in a diabetic group, oh my goodness, you will have a flood of likes and comments and bravos, and everyone's going to be so proud of you because they understand the level of achievement that is. They understand it's difficult to achieve that, and they are happy for you because they know that that level of control and what that means to you is so massive. So that is what I realized, looking back, would have been the biggest shift I could have experienced in that moment where I was depressed, where I was dealing with anxiety, where I was having panic attacks, where I wanted to give up. If I had people alongside me to come up and say, hey, Matt, we get it, right? We've been there. Or even if I haven't been there, I get what diabetes is like, and it sucks sometimes. Let's make it suck less, right? That is what this is all about. Now, of course, my story ends with a success, as well as a transformation. I've experienced massive change since that moment. Since those few years ago when I had that really down and dark time in my life, I've learned new strategies. I've learned how to deal with anxiety, especially hypoanxiety, right? When you go low and you're getting nervous, am I going to make it out of this one alive? I've learned strategies to deal with that so that now I have the power to look at it and say, hey, I have a 100% success rate with treating low blood sugars. Logically, I can determine that I'm going to be okay because I have sugar literally stashed everywhere, right? Like, there's different strategies we can learn, but on top of the strategies, I've been able to overcome fear. I've been able to climb back out from that depression. I feel amazing now, and it's not because I did this by myself. It's because I had that support surrounding me the entire way. Whether it's close friends, whether it's Facebook groups, whether it's through coaching, there are ways that you can better yourself every single day. Now, the achievement I want to tell you guys about is that I realized this community we have online, while it is incredible, they are from many, many different backgrounds and areas in life. There are a lot of different people, a lot of different opinions, and it's hard to filter out which ones are correct. It's hard to find a place where you can both share the negatives and the positives. See, I find that on social media, most people just talk about the success, right? Most people only want to talk about the good stuff because they know that the sad stuff and the frustrating stuff, that's not going to get them the likes, right? That's not going to get them the hoorahs and yay, good for you, because no one wants to share in their sadness, even though they know they've been there. So what I aimed to do was create a community where you could share the negatives and the positives and have them balance each other out. You see, when you post something negative and say, man, I've been at 300 all day long, someone else comes right up alongside you and says, hey, me too. This is a rough one, isn't it? But we're going to get back in range. We're going to correct this thing. We're going to figure it out together. And you have a community supporting you through that down, rough time. And on the other side, when you have a win, when you have a victory, you say, guys, I had Thanksgiving and I didn't hit 300. It was incredible, and I ate whatever I wanted. Oh my goodness. And then the next day, I got back in the gym. Oh, you think you're gonna get support through that one? Massive support, massive understanding of the struggle that could have posed, and be like, whoa, you didn't spike after Thanksgiving, and you got back to the gym on Black Friday? Good for you. That's amazing, right? That's the community that I wanted to build. And I am so insanely happy that I can tell you today that it has been built. This thing is real, and it exists, and it's open for this weekend only. Now, I want to share that with you guys. I want to understand, I do understand that a lot of you are in very different places in life, and memberships, programs, whatever it is. We launched a program a while back. It was more for the people who are ready to fine-tune everything, right? I want to know if it's okay with you guys if I share a little bit about what I created and what our group has accomplished. If that's okay, let me know. And I want to just throw this at you guys. I want to share this amazing thing that happened and how it grew into a movement. It grew into more than I ever imagined it would. It took on a life of its own, and I want to share that with you guys. So let me know. Drop a comment real quick. Be like, yeah, it's cool, or like, nah, I'm good, or I guess you could just leave. But let me know what you guys think. Steph says thumbs up. I love the thumbs up emoji. It's a fun one. I just realized that I left the light on at the high setting, and it's getting really hot in here. So share on, brother. Thanks, EDC Solutions. That's a cool page too, by the way, guys. All right, cool. We got a couple yeses. So what I want to share with you guys is essentially what I've been through. You just heard the story. We've got another smiley face. Emojis are so fun. What I've been through with the depression, with the burnout, with the wanting to give up on life. Like, I don't want to share too much of the dark stuff, but I was in a really, really rough place. And I wanted to create a resource for people who maybe are in a dark place, or maybe they just want to feel like they belong, right? So I created this thing called the Warriors Tribe. Now, it is I think we're all warriors. I don't even know what to say outside of that. We're freaking warriors, guys. We fight this disease. It's 24/7, 365. You're a warrior, okay? Let's just put it out there. If you're fighting this thing, you're a warrior. And the Warriors Tribe, this tribe is a community. The community-based aspect is life-changing. Now, of course, in this community, I wanted to create a place where you can share the negative and share the positive. So we have free reign on what they share. Everyone shares different stories. At the end of every week, we have what we call a win thread, where people jump in and say, I had this amazing win this week. I had great blood sugars. I got back to the gym for the first time in years. I was able to bolus properly, something I haven't done in forever, or maybe somebody who figured out how to count carbs. It's a great place to share those victories. But like I said, it's the negatives too, right? Because people understand what you're going through. So we've added that into the membership. And on top of that, guys, I love education. I love teaching and sharing. And as you can tell, I love going live. It's so fun for me because I get to have chats with you guys, have this live interaction of, what do you guys think about this? Does this help you? Is this good information, right? I can ask you these questions and we get direct responses of, this is incredible. And it's because of that I also added in weekly live Q&As in our Facebook group, our private Facebook group. I jump in there once a week and we answer any and all questions that pop up, right? We have diabetes questions. We have exercise questions. I'm kind of the exercise guy, if you don't know that already. We have nutrition questions. We have all sorts of stuff. And it's the most incredible atmosphere where people jump in, ask their questions, get their answers, and then they go back to their daily lives. And that's all it has to be. You can hang on for the whole live and watch me just talk and chat and educate, or you can jump in, ask your question, get a live answer, and then go back, doing whatever you're doing before that. And of course, on top of that, it's more than just the community, even though that would be incredible by itself. It's more than just the community plus the live Q&As. We also added in workouts that are being updated all the time. We added in nutritional aspect, where I give you guys recipes that are healthy. We give you the macros, the micros. There's even a joke that I put in for every type of food, because I like jokes. I think jokes are fun. We got to make light of life a little bit. Have some fun with it, right? So it's the community. It's the coaching. It's the workouts. It's the food. We have challenges. We have weekly threads with comments. We have fun. That's what it boils down to. We have fun in an educational and supportive atmosphere, and I want to invite you guys to join that. Now, we started it, we opened it up for the first time ever publicly as the finalized membership of the Warriors Tribe yesterday, which was Black Friday. Boy, we saw some interest right away. We got some new people in there already. I wish I could share my screen right now, because it would be so cool to share with you the comments that we got from people the second they joined. Now, since it was Friday, we had a win thread that was active. That thread blew up, guys. My win this week was joining the Warriors Tribe. I was so happy to see that. People already being active in the Facebook group day one of joining, because people understand that having this community is going to change their lives. Now, in addition to the community, the coaching, the workouts, nutrition, the challenges, the Facebook weekly threads, all of that stuff, it should be priced a lot higher. But because it's one community-based, I want to make it affordable for everyone. So with the launch of Black Friday, it's going through the weekend, which means it's still open. And once it closes on Monday, it's going to be closed for probably 6 months, maybe a year, because I want to take care of every single person that gets in that group. Now, if you may have seen our post from last week, and I'm sweating a little bit. Whew, I get excited about this. You may have seen my post last week about me handwriting a letter to each and every person that joins the Warriors Tribe. That is my personal touch, because I personally believe that you are here for a reason. Whether it is the community or the coaching or the workouts, nutrition, you're here for a reason, and I want you to know that I personally care about you, and that I want to help you reach your goals, whatever they are. It is my goal to help you. Helping is my favorite thing in the world. It's my purpose in life, and I thoroughly enjoy helping all of you. That's why I jump on these lives, right? I love having chats with you guys. So on top of all of that, and by the way, this is, like I said, we're technically a small business, but I like to see us more as a movement. And this is going to be the biggest and baddest and awesomest diabetic community to ever exist. I guarantee it. Now, this weekend is the only chance you have to join. And if you wanted to join after Monday, you're going to have to wait maybe up to a year, right? That's a long time to wait without a community. So I want to get you guys in now. So for everybody watching, you have this weekend, and then it's gone. And anybody who signs up early, I haven't mentioned a few of the bonuses we're giving out yet, but tomorrow I'm posting that we're going to give away some secret preliminary access to a new program that we're putting out, and it's going to be completely free, just added on to everyone that signs up. And it's pretty sweet. I can't wait to show it off to you guys. But there's tons of bonuses that I don't even talk about, because I like to surprise you guys with things that just show up on your doorstep, with swag and all that kind of stuff. And you can get all of that for $25 a month. What? I know. It's nuts. It's $25 a month, and that's it. It's cancel anytime, so you can jump in, learn what you need to do, and if you like the community, you can stay. If you want to keep learning and keep getting coached, you can stay. But if you're like, Matt, I only needed a couple months and I feel amazing, you've changed my life, thank you. Totally cool if you want to cancel. No hurt feelings. So $25 a month. If you want to join, this is the only weekend you have that opportunity. It's going to be at membership.ftfwarrior.com. Again, this weekend is the only time it's being offered, and these are the only times these bonuses are going to be offered. Next year, these bonuses are going to be gone. So if you want the bonuses, go to membership.ftfwarrior.com or go to the link in our bio. Okay, go to FTF Warriors Instagram, check out that link. It says join the Warriors tribe. Jump in, grab this opportunity. Do not miss it. I guarantee it will change your life. And I will be there with you along with our already existing community. Guys, we beta launched this thing about 4 or 5 months ago. People are already seeing results. People do not want to leave. I asked them, guys, what's your favorite part about the membership? In other words, what can I pour more of my time into to make it more valuable, to make it more amazing? Every single person said the number one reason why I will not cancel my membership is because of the community that you've created. That makes me so happy. Do you understand? That is what would have saved me from going through those dark times alone. To have that community, to have that strength, to have that support alongside the education, the tips and tricks, the strategies. It changes lives, and I want it to change yours. So again, this weekend, the only time the Warriors Tribe will be open for membership enrollment. I want you to grab that spot. I want you to get in before the spots disappear, because it will change your life, and you will be so incredibly happy that you made this choice. So jump over to membership.ftfwarrior.com or click the link in our bio. Jump in there, grab a spot, and we'll send out your bonuses, all the cool, great stuff that you get. You get instant access to everything else. We have a membership portal where you have different modules you can watch with me teaching in there. You have the Facebook private community. You have bonuses getting sent out. There's instant downloads for workouts, all sorts of stuff. And it's going to change your life. I cannot stress that enough. And you won't understand how you survive without something like this for this long. You won't be able to even imagine life without it. And that is why it is going to become the single greatest community of diabetics online to ever exist. I have full confidence in that. So I invite you to the Warriors Tribe. I would love to have all of you in there. We see EDC Solutions commented and said, brilliant idea. You always drive so hard to help the Type 1 community. Your enthusiasm is contagious and amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. It is my life's passion to help the Type 1 community. This is what I do. This is what I love. And that means so much to hear from you. Thank you. Phoebe says, I literally thought I was the only T1D struggling with depression and anxiety as much as I have since diagnosis. This is encouraging. Thank you. Absolutely, Phoebe. You are not the only one. I struggled hard with depression. I'll be completely real with you guys. For a while, I struggled with suicidal thoughts. I had some pretty dark times. And I don't talk about it a lot. I've mentioned it a few times in our podcast, but it gets serious. And there's not enough people talking about the mental health side of diabetes. And while this isn't specifically built for mental health, there is that aspect, right? We've had conversations in this community of the Warriors Tribe specifically related to mental health. There's a lot that goes on, and it's an open place to have those discussions, and that's why it was created, to make sure that nobody has to battle this alone. We are all in this together, and I want to bring you into my tribe, my family of Type 1 diabetics. So I'm glad to see that that it's encouraging. And I've actually seen a few people in here already that are joining our live that actually joined the Warriors Tribe in the last few days, or the last 2 days, Saturday, Friday. Yeah, a few people. I've seen some usernames pop up. I see you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the Warriors Tribe so far. It's going to get better and better and better with every single week, every single month. And I want you guys to be in there so we can grow together, so I can watch your journey and help you, bring you along. Hey, Diamond Vu, I see you waving. I'm going to look through here and see if we have any questions real quick. Steph says, suggested recipes would be awesome. Yeah, no, there's actually recipes that are in there. Like every week, I have new healthy recipes that go out, and I'm like, hey, this is a great food, and here's the macros, and here's the micronutrients, the vitamins and minerals. Here's why it's healthy. Here's a joke about the food, right? Like, it's all covered. Trust me. There are so many features and things that I'm not even talking about because I just want you to understand the vision of where it's going. It will become the greatest resource and community for type 1 diabetics ever. But on top of that, yeah, there's recipes, there's workouts, there's coaching, there's everything. It's so amazing. And it's only 25 bucks a month. Like, that is unheard of. And I want you guys to be able to take advantage of that. That's why it's so cheap. That's why it's this whole weekend and not just yesterday. That's why I'm live with you guys here today, to help you to understand how massive of a resource this is going to be and has already become. The lives it has already changed. I want you to take advantage of this and jump in, okay? So, link in our bio, FTF Warriors Instagram bio. Go to membership.ftfwarrior.com quickly. The doors close Monday night, but if spots fill up before then, it's gone, right? Like, I am very specific about the numbers that I let in because I want to be able to focus on the communities that I build. I don't want to have way too many people that I can't help, okay? I limit it so that I can look at them and say, I know each of you individually. I remember that last week you had pizza and you struggled with it. How did the pizza go this week? I want to look at somebody else and say, hey, I remember you were struggling with depression last month and we had a conversation about this. How's that going? Right? That is the community that we're building. And the coolest part, there's community between the members. It's not just me saying, how are you doing? It's other members talking to new members saying, hey, Diabuddy, how are you doing with this thing? Hey, Diabuddy, how's that party you went to? How was the wedding? Oh man, we had a client get married like a month ago, and she talked about her diabetes during her wedding. And she got through that, and it was incredible. She had perfect blood sugars the whole time. I'm getting too excited, guys. I need to calm down a little bit. But this, man, it's just so amazing. I cannot speak highly enough about this, and I want you guys to experience the same level of lifestyle and quality of life that I, along with the members of the Warriors Tribe, have already begun to experience. I'm going to jump in here real quick again. Look for comments, questions. Someone says, because I have moments where I want to pull my hair out, for sure. Someone says, diabetes gang. Heck yeah. All right, let's see what else we got. I'm scrolling through. Drop any questions you guys have below. If you have questions about the membership, if you have questions about what's included, if you have ideas on what I should include, if you're like, Matt, you should really make a music video once a month for the group because that would raise morale. I'd be like, okay, that's an interesting idea. I might try that. So drop any questions you guys have. I see a few more of you that joined the tribe already that are jumping in live. Very cool. Happy to see you guys. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. I might jump off, and you guys can shoot me a DM if you have specific questions. I would be happy to answer them. There's the frequently asked questions at the bottom of the page on membership.ftfwarrior.com. And a lot of people are asking, are there fees to cancel? Is there a minimum amount of months? There's not. You can jump in for 1 month and say, Matt, this is amazing, but I don't know, I need to pay my electricity bill or something. Whatever it is, you can cancel whenever you want, okay? No questions asked. Now, like I said, I don't think we've had anybody cancel in a while because they value every single piece of it. But if you're worried about canceling, it's no worries. It's a cancel anytime. But at 25 bucks a month too, it's like the most valuable resource you could ever have for 25 a month. So it's pretty awesome. All right, we got Happy Diabetic in here. Chef, how's it going, man? All right, guys. Well, we got another one. Mark is in here saying someone learning every day. Absolutely. I don't want to, man, there's a lot of you guys that jumped in from people who already joined the membership. It's good to see you guys in here. I don't want to like give away any names in case you're like, it's secret. But good to see you guys. I'll just say it's good to see you all. Hope you're enjoying the Warriors Tribe so far. Doesn't look like we have any questions right now. And I don't want to drag this out too long, but I wanted to give you guys an opportunity just to understand what's going on. I haven't been super loud about this because I want only the action takers to be the one that join. right? This community is not for people who are complacent about their diabetes and, oh, my blood sugar sucks. Why does life hate me? Like, no, it's for action takers. It's for people who are ready to check their blood sugars. If you complain about not knowing what your blood sugars are, and then you tell me that you've never tested your blood sugars, I'm going to tell you to test your blood sugars. Does that make sense? Like, I'm going to keep you accountable. Others in the group will keep you accountable. Accountability is key for growth. That's a big part of growing, right? Having people tell you, hey, have you done that thing that you said you were going to do? Cool. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear that you are growing and becoming a better person and living a healthier and happier life full of quality and enjoyment, right? Accountability is huge. We take that seriously. So, Zoya Fit says, is there a group on Facebook for that? Yes, it is on Facebook, actually. But like I said, this is our private community. It is for action takers within the diabetic community looking for that tight-knit community. This isn't just some random group for fun and, oh, we'll just throw up, funny memes every once in a while. It's like, no, this is community, support, accountability, nutrition, fitness, coaching, whatever you need, you pull from that. You take what you need, what you consider the most valuable, and you grow. That's what this is built for, okay? So, last time, and I mentioned this, check out the link in our bio, which is going to lead you to the website, which is membership.ftfwarrior.com. All right, guys, I hope you join in. I hope you take advantage of this because the price will go up next time it's offered, and next time it's offered is going to be in like a year. So do not miss out on this. I highly recommend you jump in right now before the other spots are filled. We've already had a bunch of people join, so I don't know how many spots are left right now, but go check it out. It's going to be amazing, and it already is amazing. All right, guys, have an awesome night. Have a great weekend. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving, and I will chat with you guys later. Keep up the fight.